Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to do another new Super Mario Bros. Wii countdown. Now I know what you're thinking. Why are you doing another countdown? You already made the 10 souls. Yeah, well, this is a different list. This time I'm going over what I think are the 10 hardest star coins. And starting off at number 10 is the third one from 9-2, which is at the end of the level, and you need at least two Koopa shells to get through. The problems are, for one, the ground you have to get said Troopas is very limited, and on top of that, you'll even need to make sure the Porcupuffer, which is swimming around, is out of the way, which does not help. And you'll see it coming up here in a moment. Anyways, sorry I'm so distracted. I'm just really tired right now. Anyways, let's just move on to number 9, which is world 9-5. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. My bad. We will be visiting, spoiler alert, we will be visiting this level later. Anyways, that wasn't the level I'm meant to do. Anyways, it's the third, number 9 is 9-5's third star coin. This level's a icy level, which already isn't much fun to begin with. But it's made fact but the fact that you have to use an enemy to get the star coin, well, sort of anyway, makes the level harder than it already is. And you'll need to use a tiny fuzziest scene here to freeze one. When you do, jump on it immediately and acquire the star coin that way. As you can see, there's the coin. And yeah, that alone ought to speak for itself. Moving on. And for number 8, which ironically enough is in World 8. And it's in 8-7. And this is the first star coin of this level. So you'll notice you're on these snake block ride things, or whatever they're called, which that alone should tell you what kind of level you're in for. Anyways, you'll see a part where the track dips into the lava and goes back up, and the only way to survive not taking a dip in the lava is to jump at the right time. And on one of these paths, by sheer coincidence, is the first star coin just barely hanging on over the edge of the lava. And it's on this ride coming up, which I'll show when I get to it. And when I do, I'll let the star coin itself explain. Kind of like this. And it's not easy to get, because most of the time you'll either jump too high from jumping too early or jumping too late there. I was just lucky that I managed to snag it right there in that footage. Anyways, let's just move on to number 7, which by sheer luck is in World 7. And it's the first star coin of the mid castle. By the way, this is where the really bothersome star coins come into play. And when I show you this star coin, it might not look too bad, but this is one star coin I definitely don't find fun to get. Because I've never enjoyed. Because now, World 7's mid castle is already a challenging level as is. And on top of that, I've never enjoyed going for the first star coin either. So there is that. The second star coin isn't too bad if you know where to enter, if you know of the hidden pipe at the end of this area, which is already slow as is. And the third star coin isn't too bad with a well-timed bomb throw, since you need a bomb to blow up the bricks blocking it on the inside, which you'll see momentarily. Yeah, and when you see the big bullet bills coming out like that, pause. That's when the real fun comes in, because just at the top of the third one is the first star coin. In other words, there it is. What you'll need to do is grab it perfectly and run. You can stomp on the bullet bills, but it's tricky when you're at the bottom of the area. It can take a hit easily. Jeez. That's the first star coin of World 7's mid castle is one I've never enjoyed getting. Anyways, moving on to number 6, which is you which is back in World 9, and let me say, trust me, this isn't the last time we're gonna be in World 9. Anyways, on to the infamous 9-7, which, spoiler alert, we'll be having 2 visits of during the list. This level's already annoying as is, but they pretty much made the star coins Kaizo, especially the later to it. And the one in particular we're talking about now is the third one. At the end of the level, when you spot the Fire Bros, you'll need to have one of them melt the ice blocks, clear the way for you, and so that way, with a well-timed wall jump and good luck on your side, you can grab the star coin. You'll see what I mean later, because this level's already hard as is, and for this particular run, I just want to get out of here and go on to number 5. Oh boy, back to World 8. This is where the real fun bits come to play. As I say, fun with very dripping obvious sarcasm. Because we have the second star coin in 8-5 for, well, number 5. This level's an auto-scroller, which that alone should tell you what you need to know. And the first star coin isn't too bad. And the first thing, what's crazy about this level's already hard as is, with the surprising part being that the first and third star coins aren't too bad to get, but the second one, yeesh. This is where some of the star coins, but this is where I believe some of the star coins belong at Kaizo Hack. I'm not kidding, because yeesh, the rising lava streams, which you saw a moment ago, like right there, make this level just an absolute chore. And that's not a good thing. This level is already agonizingly slow as is, and when there's a bunch of lava streams and one lone bomb that to get the star coin, which there it is. And speaking of the one lone bomb that rains in, it's only the one. So in other words, for the star coin, you have just one shot to get it, and if you miss, well, needless to say, it'll have some very fiery company. I'm sorry, that was really bad. That pun sounded way better in my head. Anyways, moving on to number 4. And oh boy, like I said earlier, trust me, this isn't the last time we're visiting World 9. Remember when I accidentally went to 9-4 when I meant to do 5 earlier? Well, told you so, we'd be back for World 9-4 because the third star coin. Oh boy. It's at the end of the level and you'll need to freeze a piranha plant from a green pipe at the end so that way you can have a way to enter the red pipe at the end of the level and go through there, and that's your ticket to the third star coin. This normally doesn't seem too bad, and getting to there surprisingly isn't too terrible. But it's the fact that there's a bomb cannon, which can easily snipe you out if you're not careful. And the platform you're on also falls down, and if you let fall, well, bye! This is another one of those star coins that I never always have trouble getting. What's crazy about many of these levels is there's at least one or more, or both other star coins usually aren't too terrible, but the other one is a totally different story. The second star coin isn't like the first star coin as you saw a moment ago. The second star coin also isn't too bad. You just need to get it with a well-timed bomb throw. It's just really irritating having to have only one shot, and the bombs can ruin your odds too. And yeah, yeesh. Getting to the star coin isn't the worst part, as I already mentioned, because you'll see what I mean. And I know it looks like I'm playing terribly in this footage, or when I do get to it, but I'm genuinely trying my best. And if you lose your ice flower, well, no star coin for you. Sorry, had to throw that in, but let me show you where the star coin is. Right there, and that red pipe that you saw just above the piranha plant, that's your only way to get it. This is one of those star coins that, when I get it, I'm not in the mood to play Mario Wii anymore. And that also applies to the top 3, and oh boy. Let me just say real quick that making this list was pretty challenging, actually. Most of the star coins usually aren't too terrible, other than the ones mentioned, and the others I can usually get on my first go, but the top 3 definitely deserve to be the top 3. And speaking of which, the third hardest star coin is the third one in the World 4 Mid Castle. This level is already challenging as it can already be. This level normally isn't too bad, but and the first 2 star coins aren't too terrible either, as you'll probably see it in a minute. The first one in a minute, and if you know of the hidden alcove, then yeah, but you'll see what I mean, because this is another one of those star coins where you have just one shot to get it. By the way, for the sake of speeding time up, I'm using a propeller to get to the areas of the star coin as quick as I can. So I'm going, and which I know it's still slow, but I'm going as fast as I can doing this. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there because I know a lot of you are probably wondering, just get to the freaking star coin already. And which I'm trying. But some of these levels now that I'm playing them, are way longer than I thought they were. Anyways, like I mentioned, this is another star coin you have just one shot for. And see, there it is. And I just died getting it. This is one of the, you have to get perfectly and run. Otherwise, you'll end up losing your a life. And anyways, on to the second hardest star coin of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, World 7. Oh boy. You thought the first star coin in the Seven Mid Castle was bad. You'd be right, but there's another star coin that's in World 7 that's even worse. And it's the second one in the castle level. So there's a hidden pipe just after that checkpoint. And you'll go down there, clear a bunch of clouds, since this is one of those areas, in one of those areas you can't see. And the problems are, well, it's cloudy, and on top of that, it can get you killed, and there are these giant skewers like that, like the kind you see right there. And their hitboxes are not small either, so, and if it gets really bad, if you let it cloud over way too much, you'll unknowingly plummet to your death. Which makes this level, which, like the other castle level in this world, was already a challenge in its own right, and this level is the third hardest in my opinion, so that alone should tell you everything you need to know. And yeah, and there, sorry for the silences, I gotta concentrate sometimes. See, that was a lucky aim. Now you see how cloudy it is. Ah! It was in that top corner where that cloud was, and oh boy. And this star coin, for a while, was actually used to be the one I considered the hardest. But now that I've 100%ed this game, oh boy, on most circumstances, if we excluded World 9, that star coin would have been number 1 without a doubt. But since we're including World 9, well, you already know where this goes. And now, without a doubt, the number 1 hardest star coin of New Super Mario Bros. Wii is Home Sweet Home World 9. I told you this wouldn't be the last time. And this time we're going for the second star coin of World 9-7. Yeah, you thought the third star coin in this level was bad? You'd be right, but the second star coin is somehow even worse. So, you'll see it in a part where there's piranha plants breathing fire, and in the mid, and there's 4 frozen coin blocks, and underneath the regular frozen coin blocks, and on the 4 bottom ones is the star coin. Getting these star coins requires some form of a power-up, or the fire from the piranha plants or a fire flower, which normally isn't too bad, but let me just show you where the star coin is, because it's going up, and what do you know, there it is. This is a star coin that cost me more lives than I care to count. This is one of the only star coins I can think of that cost me way more lives than any other star coin on this list. It might seem simple at first, but it's deceptively small hitbox. And side note, there was a third star coin this level in case you were wondering. Anyways, what you'll need to do is either get yourself at the fire flower or have the piranha plants take it, which is either way is risky because they melt the very ground you need in order to get it, which makes dying here even easier. It didn't matter what I did. I managed to get this. It didn't matter if I went with a fire flower. It didn't matter what power up I used. I managed to get it under. I managed to eventually get it, but either way, I lost a ridiculous number of lives trying to get the star coin. And with how simple that looks, you'd think it wouldn't be too bad, since in this level the first star coin isn't too bad. It's the kind of levels that make you wonder if that was where the Kaizo version was meant. They made the star coin made a Kaizo version of the star coin, but forgot to put the regular mode star coin in and left the Kaizo one there instead. The star coin easily justifies being number one, and believe it or not, trying to beat World 9-7 even without getting the star coins wasn't easier, as you could already tell. This is another one of those star coins that I seriously hate getting, and as a matter of fact, it was the very last star coin I needed in order to get 100%, to which I spent a little over 3 days trying to get. I need to calm down for a sec, because, well, that has been an interesting list. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Subscribe as always if you want more content like this. Take care, and I'll see y'all next time.